imagine what a fascinating time that would have been to live through.
Yeah, the stories.
Well, can you break the code of what sounds like it's going to be very nasty weather to come, Ruth?
Well, I'm going to try and dot the I's and dash the T's. See what I did there? That's about as good as it's going to get though on that front, because yeah, as far as the weather is concerned, who on earth knows? So I'll try and break it down a little bit for you and make some sense of it all. Actually, wasn't too bad a day today, and you might have been lucky enough to catch just a teeny tiny bit of blue sky and sunshine. It won't last though, because already we've got low pressure starting to knock on the door, and that brings, as you can see, just one frontal system, a messy story of weather over the next few days. Although, fingers crossed, by the time we get to the end of the week, the winds become slightly less easterly. What does that mean? Well, it means that the temperatures should start to feel a little bit warmer by the end of the week. So in summary, here's how the next few days are looking. Very unsettled because of that messy weather. Some very wet and windy stuff on the way through later tonight and tomorrow. More on that in a moment. So it's going to be a case of some sunny spells, but always the chance of some heavy rain around this week as well. And as I just mentioned, the good news is, the positive that I'm trying really hard to find here, is that by the end of the week, it should feel a little warmer. Here we go in a bit more detail. Yeah, there's no real way of making that sound any brighter than it actually is, because it's not very bright at all. But warm rain by the end of the week.
What with the rugby news and the weather news? I mean, we're spreading joy today, aren't we?
With a little ray of sunshine.
Thank you.
Well, it's all right out there at the moment. It's a calm start to the evening, varying amounts of cloud and the odd spot of drizzle down across the Banau Brycheiniog. But as we head through into the second part of tonight, a very different story to tell. The winds will start to pick up the pace, and as you can see behind me, some heavy rain will start to show its hand, working into the west by the early hours and slowly but surely tracking ever eastwards. Some really nasty conditions during those early hours if you are heading out and about. But at least on a more positive note, the temperatures will hold up at around 7 or 8 degrees, so nothing to worry about here. Misty, murky conditions as well. So it does all add up to a very unpleasant start to tomorrow morning, I think we can safely say. From the word go, the winds will be strong, and I think as the morning wears on, we could see gusts of up to 45 miles an hour. That's gale force, rattling that wet weather through, but just be careful, because we could see some significant rainfall accumulations over the hills and mountains in particular. Signs are up to 50, even 60 millimetres of rain falling in quite a short amount of time, which could make for some tricky conditions on the roads at lower levels as well. Now, on a positive note, the wet weather will rattle through quite quickly, and into tomorrow afternoon, many areas will see some drier weather, but I think sunshine is going to be rather limited, so hope you're able to make the most of any sunshine out there today. The gloomy conditions, the misty, murky conditions will prevail, so it's never going to feel particularly pleasant, with temperatures topping out at around 12 or 13 in Celsius. A calmer end to Tuesday, but then by the time most of us wake to Wednesday, we've got more wet weather waiting in the wings, and it is going to be something of a north-south divide, so northern areas in particular will see that wet weather. North Wales, northwestern areas in particular, bearing the brunt of the worst of those conditions.